Hey guys, thanks for checking this video out. Today we're going to be learning about hairstyles to put on heads. So it should be really fun. I know I've said this a billion times, but if you haven't checked out my video, How to Draw a Fashion Sketch, it is going to show you the basic form to draw a fashion sketch, one like this. And it's going to show you all the marking points. And then I have other videos that I've been using to detail different poses you can put the body in with using those basic marking point. I did one for the upper body and one for the legs. So now I'm going to come and show you some detail to put on the head. So we have some fun hairstyles that I'm going to draw out for you. One thing to remember when doing hairstyles is you don't want anything that you have on the head to take away from the design, because that's the biggest part of the whole sketch is the fashion. One second. You don't want the long hair to take away from the whole design of it, of the clothes and of the fashion. So that's why I like to have like simple hair, kind of short, or if it is long going over one shoulder, you don't want to have long hair hanging down onto your clothes, a lot of it, because it's going to distract. So we're going to start. I have just some basic styles and one with a headband to show you, so I can kind of get some hair detailing in for you. So yeah, I'm going to start out with hair over one shoulder. And once again, I've pre-drawn these and I'm just tracing them now so I can get this done quick. These videos already last a really long time and I apologize for it. It's just hard to sketch. Okay, what I'm doing right now is just the bangs and the basic form. And remember where your part is, your hair is going to kind of dip and bump up on one side. I know my hair, I always draw it with a lot of volume, but that's how it is. And then just basically coloring in the hair. I like to draw the basic shape of it and then add the detail in. So we're going to have it wave a little bit on this side, and then it's going to tuck under the neck, because right where the neck ends here, you're going to see it coming out and going over one shoulder. And you see it gets very thin at the bottom. And that's because, well, lots of times nowadays, people thin their hair out at the bottom. But basically because we don't want it to cover up any of the clothing that we're making. So we want it very thin, so it covers up little clothing as possible. Then you can go through and, draw the streaks and kind of get it to look messy and natural and really like hair. I'm not going to go all out today and show you all I do because I don't have a lot of time. But the detail, you can get very detailed when doing hair. So, and as long as it's not too distracting, it doesn't take away from the design, it should be good. Now I'm going to do a short hairstyle, kind of a wispy, short style for all of you guys. And again, I like to do side parts, but there's no written rule that says you have to. Whenever I draw middle parts, they look not good. So if you can draw a middle part, you've got some talent, because I can't for the life of me. Again, I just started with the basic outline and shape of it, and then I'm going to come in and do some detail. Making the hair really simple, kind of curving and very sketchy looking. There we go. Now I'm going to do hair over the opposite shoulder, and I know you're saying, why are you doing this again? But it's because sometimes I've run into a lot of people where they could only keep putting it over one shoulder, and I think when you keep doing the hair, the same way, it can get boring. So I'm just going to do this over the opposite shoulder to show you. Once again, you're going to come behind this part right at the neck, and then this one I'm going to make a little more straighter, not as wavy at the end, kind of mix it up for you. And again, it's going to come right from the end of the neck here. So it's almost a continuous line that the hair is going to come out of. And then we can go through and add all the hair detail. Now I'm going to do a braid for you, and the greatest thing to remember when doing a braid is some people get kind of discouraged because they can't figure out how to draw all the detail of the braid. And my main thing that I say to them is don't worry about the detail of the braid, focus more on the shape of it. And I'll show you what I mean when we get there. But again, you're going to have the hair come behind the neck. I like to do it a little bit higher up on the braids because braids tend to be tighter than if your hair was just over one shoulder. So I like to have a little swoop coming off my braids on the side. Make it look a little bit messy. And here is where what I was talking about when I say get to the basic shape of the braid. And that's basically that these little like out in, like you can almost draw ovals. Because it's so small, you're not going to have room to detail the braid, especially if it's with dark hair. You know, they're not going to see all the lines. So you can still have that braid just with those kind of oval detailing. It's just, I just do little ovals if you can't, if you couldn't see it. And then this next one I love. It's really fun because we get to draw a headband and a headpiece. And I originally drew this hairstyle for a prom dress that I was making, and it's kind of a 1940s inspired, or 1920s, I'm sorry. Going crazy with my decades, inspired hairdo. So I just have wavy hair, and what I did was draw it to a point, and it's the point where I want the headband to go across, because mine is literally a band that goes across the head. So you always want to start at the bottom and draw until where you want the band to be. So the band coming across right here, and I added a little bit of a flower detail type thing to the end of it, as you can see. And then remember that if your hair has volume with the hair that you're drawing, the band is going to cut into that volume. So you want to dip it up again and then bring it down. And then you can go through and do all the fun detailing and the waves. And how the hair goes. So that is my guide to some hairstyles. My main point, I'm going to make this headband a little bit, the line thicker so you guys can see it. The main thing with drawing hairstyles is to really get creative. You know, think of ways you can do it. Make sure that it isn't interfering with the designs. That would be the biggest thing I could say. And other than that, just have fun with the hairstyles. So I'm going to show you a couple of the hairstyles that I actually have on. Here is the cute headband one I was talking about. On my little 1920s inspired prom dress. Cute, right? Here is the over the shoulder. Here is short hairstyle. I have another short hairstyle. This one is tucked behind the ears, and how I did that was just drew the ears in front of the hair. And here's the opposite over the shoulder one. So thank you for watching. Good luck in your designs, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.